Never Too Late Tony here. February 15th, 2025. Update. Bottom line, it is all about these patented properties on my deed. I'm grandfathered in with the water. They rezoned on purpose. They've been stalking and harassing me straight up to drive me out. Worth mass money. Oldest house on the road. They've strung barbed wire across the road that I hit on my motorcycle. They never did nothing about. I got assaulted by Ed Krastoff a couple times. Never did nothing about it. Pressed charges. They didn't press any. Physically got hit with a pair of loppers and it chipped my teeth in the head. And they downplayed it as a scratch. Doesn't matter. He assaulted me. He hit me with a frickin' weapon. He was up at my spring with Debbie Abel with an axe in his hand. Me and my buddy Vigo had a phone and an umbrella. And Miss Abel said we were going to shoot her in the back. Right, yeah, me and my 70-year-old buddy are going to shoot somebody in the back. When they're constantly firing guns off around me in the middle of the night. Okay? Now, this Wilbur, or whatever they are, who got my license suspended, it was that lady's fault. Straight up. I won in court. It's a frivolous lawsuit for them to take my license so they got something else to pull me over. It's illegal. They're doing it unlawfully. It's a big conspiracy, treason, bottom line. Skagit County, fucking back off. As an American citizen with all my rights, because I've never done anything that these people said, you need to back off. I wrote all of you cease and desist letters. I've told you personally. Now I've got the evidence. And that attorney would not have attacked me like they're doing just to get my license because it's bottom line her fault. Went to court. She didn't have her blinker on. I was in a legal passing zone. She was doing 35 and a 55 for almost 2 miles, all the way from the Lyman store. Why did she go out that way when she lives way back by the store? Where are the 2 witnesses, the guys in the truck? The cop didn't take any witnesses' names down? Obviously not. For a reason. Impounded my bike, took my jacket with my wallet and everything in it, and took it to the junkyard. On purpose. And when they took me to the hospital, they didn't they shoved me in some room where there was some those IV stands, roller things where hold your IV. There was 3 on one side, 3 on the other, all stacked. A clipboard just laying down in there. There was no machines monitoring. They left me alone after a motorcycle accident. When the lady pulled an illegal left without a blinker in a passing zone, doing 35 and a 55. They are stretching to try anything to get me thrown in jail. Last time, I'm telling you, they strapped me to a gurney bed after I was released by the bail bondsman. Strapped me to a gurney bed. 2 dudes were sticking needles in my legs, 1 on each side, and then I wake up with a catheter up my dick. Tell me that ain't illegal. You motherfuckers. Tried to kill me twice with them 2 ladies hitting me. Fuck you. It was on purpose. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. And I've got the proof. Where's your fucking proof? Besides a bunch of lies, slander, defamation, attempted murder. More than once. Because the barbed wire was an attempt also. That shit would have cut somebody's throat in a heartbeat. Miss Melissa Turcott, she's the one that pulled a gun on me. I didn't have a gun. Motherfuckers. Skagit County sheriffs. Pieces of shit. Lisa Janicki and her militia. Cease and desist. That's it. I demand it. I'm going all the way to the top. I ain't never gonna quit. Ain't nobody can refuse the records that I got. Deny. How many people have you done this to, Skagit County? Well, I know you did it to Corey Haynes. I know you did it to Ed Krastoff, $85,000 fine. That's extortion. There's no record of it, but I got a copy of it. Assessor, changing shit on all over the place. Scratching each other's back. One guy's property is worth $1 million. They're friends, and the next guy's got the same shit, ain't worth nothing. Yeah. Department of, Board of Equalization, straight up lying. Tom Wenzel, going to my attorneys, who happen to be a Skagit County arbitrator. Same with the people, the Belfields. Their attorney was a Skagit County, or what's her name? Alexa Olson or whatever. Skagit County arbitrator. Then she, for the Sodders group. You look at the list, on the list in the website for their, and the numbers and listings for all these people, and they're right next to each other. Tom Seguin and Sodders Law Group, right on top of each other. Arbitrators, Skagit County arbitrators, where I got my first warrant, where Tom Seguin stated to me specifically and clearly that he neglected to put me on the calendar. That's their job, and I have to pay for it? Never had a warrant in my life. MO doesn't fit the person they're trying to depict me as, slander me as. The neighbor putting a nuisance fence just around me and blocking the easement that belongs to me, the first original grantor. You know it. The planning department knows it. The sheriffs knows it. The judges know it. The prosecuting attorney knows it. My attorney knows it. Fallen on deaf ears. You guys are a bunch of narcissistic freaks running this place. Lisa Janicki, way too much power. Way too much. Her family's been into real estate and doing water and doing logging all for a long time, so they know exactly how to do it. They've been driving people out for years. You motherfuckers will pay. That's right, in a court of law. That's right, motherfucker. Too late, Tony. Peace, like, subscribe. Thank you for all your support, all the supporters. Skagit County. Coming to an end. I don't give a shit. It is my life's mission to expose you, all of you. Parks Recreation, DSHS, Lisa Priest, the mentally abusing a vulnerable adult. The lady behind me supposed to have dementia. I never heard no dementia. Nobody never seen no signs of dementia. And you should see the test she took. Anybody could do it and lie and say they got dementia. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Then she retires and changes her name, gets married and changes her name to Hunter. I think the last name is. Lives right next to my buddy Jonesy, where they're doing the waterworks with Debbie Abel up there. where Vicky Frank owns property right next to Jonesy and had fucking to do with it. Her dad, Tim Roteman, had everything to do with it up there. And they're ripping my buddy Jonesy off. The old guy. They are taking advantage of the old people. They're the predators. They're the ones abusing vulnerable adults. Sick bastards. Preying on people, waiting for him to die, like Bert Hoff, and then using his name on water reviews, but then he didn't die. He only lived for another year or so. And freaked out Richard Johnson when I told him he was coming up to visit me. I got voicemails from Gene Ford. Oh, I don't want him to know what we're doing up there. Well, you know that pipe's Tim's. Tim ain't got nothing to do with the fuck up there. He drilled a well in 2007, didn't prove mitigation until 2023 or 4. You're not supposed to do that. They're supposed to cap it off if they ain't going to use it for 20 years. Tell me. The commissioners, we're satisfied with his progress. Progress? He's out of code. He's out of compliance. They never find him. No, but the code enforcement guy was up there when my surveyor was supposed to be surveying my property while they're all three of them up there sitting coffee and having fucking chatty links, playing fucking with themselves. Plotting and planning. Yep. Steve Zitkovich, surveyor, bullshit. He's a dirty motherfucker, too. And I don't give a crap. Department of Ecology, Casey Cyclers, they're public officials, public people. They deal with the public. But they won't deal with me. Part of her district. Kelly Gillingham. I don't give a shit anymore. You can't break an unlawful order. And every one of these fucking orders is unlawful. And they know it. And I'm going to prove it. I've got all the proof. Gave them all the proof. What happened to all my evidence I submitted and filed? Where did it go? Sending me pictures of dead bodies. The sheriff's department, records department. When I asked where my evidence went that I gave Officer Iola, that's leaving checks in hotel rooms for Officer Arnett. What the hell is that? Why is one cop writing another cop a check? Sounds like dirty pool to me. Why is Tom Wenzel down talking to my attorney? They won't answer those questions. They won't answer the property swaps they're doing with Parks and Recreations. They won't answer any of that. Excuse me. Total setup, fraud, big time. Harassment by the sheriffs, by the Mount Vernon police, the Cedar Woolley police, the Department of Wild and Game and Wildlife, putting some picture of some dude that ain't me on and trying to say it's me. Sergeant Dills, fucking dirty son of a bitch. Oh, they're afraid of me. But my neighbor across the street shot his girlfriend in the fucking head. And they're afraid of me. Never did that. Never shot nobody in the head. Never shot nobody ever. Ed Krastoff, 15 years in prison. Bank robber. Up there with Debbie Abel because she said she could get him his water. I heard her. She said the same thing to the hippies. And look what's happening. This is total bullshit. They're maliciously prosecuting to drive me out of my own home that I paid cash for. It's right in my deed. You can all eat shit. Now, everybody, I'm sorry if this is for them, but anyway, like, subscribe, hit that like button. I appreciate it. These people are so crooked up here. If you're a single guy, do not move up into Skagit County, because they will, if you ain't got a witness with you, they're just going to say whatever they want, and the cops roll right with it and do the dirty deed to get your mineral rights, to get your water, to get your property for whatever reason they feel like. Blame it on the new guy, just like Richard Johnson said. While they're doing, and bottom line, I got it right in their own words. The commissioners, they know all about Debbie Abel's illegal conveyances and this and that with Seattle City Light. Oh, and Seattle City Light's so hard to deal with, so they're just going to come and pick on me instead. Linda Spitzer, whatever. Yeah. They're doing it by the Greg Galinsk Health Department, doing it by doing something to do with the septic units, and then they how do you have a septic finalized when there's no water running to it or through it? But they do, and somehow steal the water from somewhere. The neighbors got lines running all over the place up there. Got him on video. He's up at Debbie Abel's tank in the middle of the creek, surface water, doing something with a wrench and some glue, and then they're saying I'm doing it, when they're the ones doing everything that they say I'm doing. Fuck you. If 6 years, why don't they have any video of me doing any of this nasty shit? They've got me riding on my quad, yeah, but not doing anything nasty to them. Riding my quad, just like everybody else has got a quad around here. The Donovans, the old man Gene Ford over here, whose son is the fire marshal, Lance Gene Ford, and their other son, what's his other son fucking name? Brady Ford, whatever he does. Bunch of bullshit. Brady Ford, license plate B17499F. Following me around, stalking me. The first license plate I ever wrote down, because I felt somebody was following me. I did the person search or whatever. Someone helped me with the person search, looked up the license plate. It was Mr. Bellfield's either twin brother that was 15 years younger than him, or it was his son, because it looks identically like him. Identical. You can't miss it. And guess what? He works for Spokane for some criminal stuff, some criminal investigators, this, that, or whatever, over in Spokane. Wouldn't you know it? Cease and desist. The Wilsons property, same house on the two different lots. I don't care if they're right next to each other. You can't have two houses on two lots that are the same house. Then you can't have this little triangle up in the corner that's 2.6 acres and this big huge swath that used to be the right of way for the train and power or whatever at 0.38 acres. Can't do it. Debbie Abel replaced her tank in 2017. 2019, she got a letter stating, you better finish it or we're going to cancel it. They had my water line running into her tank as extra water, plus the surface water that ran constantly with no meter. And I filed a records request with Department of Ecology for whose meter in Debbie Abel's tank. No, I never got an answer. Nope, because no one is. Thousands of gallons running, thousands every minute. Why does the neighbor got a holding pond when he's got a well? He doesn't need any overflow from a creek because his tank is full. No. Not even. The Woods just drilled a well in 2023. They said they were already on a well. So the Ford said, well, not P, not water P, that's pipeline. Water W, that's well. That means they already had drilled a well. Bullshit. Shallow ones. And right in the fucking deeds says they cannot put up trespassing signs. They cannot trespass because Ray Johnson already tried years ago. Yeah. And they took care of that in the deed. 427155, I think it is. Where if they do, and don't let me on, they lose their water rights for doing that. It says no posting trespassing signs. It says right on it. So, hey, Judge, you can supersede my deed, what it says in my deed, the contract that was made legally, that you're violating my constitutional rights over, my civil rights, lying. Fuck you, Skagit County. Ain't never going to quit till I expose every one of you sons of bitches. Too late, Tony. Peace out. Like, hate, subscribe. At least hit the like button, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for all your support, everybody. These cocksuckers are going down. I don't give a shit what it takes.